We never disagree like this, you guys. This is very exciting.
I've been asked a lot lately what is my favorite of the new batch of Christmas movies, and weirdly enough, my answer is Violent Night, but we're not going to necessarily agree on this one, so Christy's going to describe it.
Wow, your favorite? Like of all of them? Like more than Falling for Christmas?
Yes.
Wow, we do not agree on this. But you know what we do agree on is how awesome Riverside is. How's that for a segue? I'm getting good, right? Because we can broadcast to you in 1080p. We can record and edit so easily. If you've got a podcast or you got social media that you want to play around with and forms and verticals and horizontals and editing, and it's just fun. And you can just say hi to folks in Riverside and not have to actually see them in person. It's so much better that way during the holidays. So we've got a code down below, breakfast15, get you 15% off of your membership at any level. We've got a link down below. We really love using them, so check them out. Violent Night. Good Lord. What a clever idea this was, and how sloppy and clunky is the execution.
Daddy said you were very busy tonight.
David Harbour is Santa Claus. Like for real Santa Claus, not like Billy Bob Thornton, mall Santa, who is drunk all the time and self-loathing. He legit is Santa Claus, but he's drunk all the time and self-loathing. And when a crazy, wealthy, obscenely wealthy family gets burglarized on Christmas Eve at their palatial estate, Santa comes to save the day. And he doesn't really want to. He's reluctant. It's got a lot of Die Hard in it. It's got a lot of The Purge in it. And it's a really funny idea. The trailer presented so much promise, right? Just the idea of Santa kicking ass on Christmas Eve and the idea of David Harbour playing Santa. And he's acting the shit out of this, right? Yeah. Like he's doing Hopper from Stranger Things in a Santa Claus suit, right? Like bringing all the remorse and all the regret and all the depth and the physicality. He's really good in this, and he's much better than the script. And it's just this family full of horrible people that he then has to save from a mercenary team of even more horrible people and learn the value of Christmas in the meantime. Some clever things here and there as far as what he uses as weapons, you know, whether it's a candy cane or an ice skater or whatever it is. Like he's got a backstory. I won't say what it is, but like he's more than just jolly. And that's an interesting idea, but it looks like crap. The way that the fight scenes are choreographed and just the way it's shot and the way it's edited is like dim and impossible to get engaged with. And as I was watching it, I'm like, I wish somebody with the caliber of like David Leitch had directed this, right? Like this could have been like Santa Claus as John Wick. And then I looked during the credits and like David Leitch is one of the producers here. It's directed by Tommy Wirkola, who's a Norwegian director whose films include Hansel and Gretel, Zombie Hunters. What was it?
Yes. And the snow, I just said
Dead
it.
Snow.
Dead Snow, thank you. And What Happened to Monday.
Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters. I'm sorry,
Hunters,
they're not zombies. And it just looks like crap. It looks like a 90s like B action movie. And at one point, Beverly D'Angelo, who is the horribly vapid and cruel matriarch of this wealthy family, makes some reference to Jean-Claude Van Dipshit. And this feels like a straight to DVD Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. Like
wow.
it looks like crap and it's way too long and it has some moments here and there, but it feels very stretched thin.
Oh, wow. We do disagree on this. Now, let me ask this. How empty was the theater you saw it in?
I saw it last night in my neighborhood and it was like half, 3/4 full for like a 5 p.m. the first showing of the day.
Okay.
So it wasn't just like me with my arms folded over my chest going, harumph, Santa, impress me.
How many tumbleweeds were there? No, I only ask because I saw it in a full house. And so maybe that was just the energy there that kind of put me into the headspace. I love this movie and I think it's very fun and funny. And I think the action is terrific. And I was impressed with the fact that like it is this hard R, bone crunching, violent action movie. And yet it takes absolutely seriously the importance of a little girl's belief in Santa. That little girl's played by Leah Brady. And yeah, she's the one family member of these hostages, like she and her mom, I guess, are the ones who are like the non-despicable ones. Even her dad is a little, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I was thoroughly charmed by this because I went in fairly dubious because having seen as many Christmas movies as I have, I'm always skittish about Santa Claus movies in general. You'd be surprised how many of them don't work. And also, like, this is a movie that is obviously owes a debt to Die Hard, and is like the very premise is like, what if John McClane was Santa? And also throws in a lot of Home Alone in terms of, like the little girl winds up making these traps, and that can be the kiss of death as well. And yet I thought all of that was incorporated in a really fun and funny way. So I had a great time, and I don't know if it was just the thing of diminished expectations or whatever, or just knowing how many ways this thing could have gone wrong, but I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Did your theater thoroughly enjoy it too?
Yes, definitely. I saw it at the Beyond Fest scrring, and they were. So
you were in a very friendly crowd who was like psyched for a hard R Christmas movie.
I suppose so, yes. But believe me, I've been the one person in that theater going. So I'm not that completely, malleable when it comes to this stuff.
No, and the little girl was cute, and I think it's funny because the hook of this is that it is a hard R Santa movie, but the sweetness was actually the better stuff here. Like the stuff with the little girl and Santa and the way they communicate with each other. Like that to me was stronger than the actual action. And it just looks really chintzy from a production design perspective. Like their house is supposed to be this incredible palatial estate. Like they have a whole compound with their own security force and all that. And the house just looks like dark and cramped and weird. Like I wanted a level of really tacky opulence from these people. It just felt off somehow. Like this is it. Like
maybe I've seen too many Hallmark movies about royalty where the palace is always a sort of like, an upgraded McMansion. But I don't know. It never clanged to me as being like, oh, I don't buy this house as the domain of rich people. I thought there were some very fun performances. John Leguizamo was as the leader of the terrorists. Eddie Patterson from Righteous Gemstones as the daughter of Beverly D'Angelo, and Cam Gigandet, who I have always kind of ignored in movies, is like, I think he gets how to be the joke now. Yeah. And he's very funny in this.
Yeah, he has a couple of funny lines here and there. Like he knows what movie he's in, and he's playing it up. Now I found this just to be like a total misfire, and just like kept looking at my watch and like, oh my God, how much more is this? It was like an idea. It was like a really cool idea that got stretched thin and had like nuggets of goodness in between. Anyway, so I'm saying a 4.
Wow. I said a 9. This may be one of our biggest gaps ever.
We never disagree like this, you guys. This is very exciting.
Well, anyway, it had a pretty decent opening Thursday, I think like 1.1 mil. So, it's in theaters everywhere if you guys want to check out Violent Night. Not for kids. I would not bring children to this. But, between this and Spirited, I think we're having a good year for Christmas.